Hello, I'm Untitled of RedWolf Airsoft, and in this video I'll be bringing you a review of the Gamma AT4. The real AT4 is employed by dozens of militaries around the world, and it's Gamma's first Western modern launcher after having produced the bazooka for the Second World War era and the RPG-26 for Cold War Soviets. The real thing is an 84mm smoothbore recoilless rifle, and not a missile launcher. It is primarily used for defeating armour and fortified structures. It is based on the Carl Gustav, and it's a one-shot disposable launcher made of a fiberglass tube. It comes with a carry strap. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it is handy. Now, the weapon looks imposing, but it's actually a little bit over 1 meter long, so it's not too big. And it weighs around about 3 kilos, so it's not too heavy to carry in the back either. In the case of Gamma's replica, of course, it is a 40mm Moscart grenade launcher. Looking at the internal assembly here, on the top you'll notice a little bit of a lever thing. This is the forward part of the trigger assembly. It actually is responsible for pushing the pin into the back of the grenade. There's also a notch on top, which means that you can only put this internal assembly in the right way round, because if you put it in the wrong way round, the lack of a notch on the other side won't even let it go in. Twist the assembly to unlock the front from the rear. This is where the grenade actually goes in. So make sure you get it the right way round. You can tell from the notches on top. When replacing the assembly, make sure the weapon is oriented the right way up, and of course the notches go on top. You slide it in with the little nubbins in line with the slots, and then you turn to lock. Taking a hold of the weapon, point the front towards the enemy and assume you're firing off the right shoulder. Use your index, and as well as your middle finger if you choose to push down the safety tab. You can't fire without pressing this down. The trigger is the little knob on top, which your thumb goes on. That's how you hold it. The spring-out iron sights are covered by the spring-loaded cowler. You just slide the rear one to the front, pop, and the front one to the rear, pop. Then you slide the rear iron sight knob into the top, and now you can aim. Now the shoulder stop is actually quite handy for holding the weapon properly. But of course, as a short-range weapon system in Airsoft, the grenade launcher doesn't really need to be shouldered properly anyway, so whether or not you use it is up to you. One of the final steps before shooting is the third safety, the second redundancy. Quite simply, the end cap. You must remove it if you expect the stuff to actually come out of the front end. Even if I hold the safety tab down and shoot it, nothing happens, because this thing actually fires on a pre-cocked firing pin. So the little lever up here, next to the label that says cocked, you push it forward, and it goes click. That means it's locked. Push to the front, it can slide all the way over and back again, and it locks into a safe notch on the side, so the weapon is hot, but it is currently inert so long as the tab is on this side. With the firing pin in the safe position, the weapon cannot shoot, but there is still a secondary redundant safety. Up here, where it says safety pin, there is a safety pin on a string. It goes through a little hole right up here, and it actually pins through the firing mechanism so that even if you remove the safety and shoot the weapon, it'll just get stuck on the pin. So now to fire the weapon, safety comes out, the cocked handle moves over to the firing side, on the shoulder, aim the weapon, safety tab down, thumb on the trigger. Boom! The Gamma AT4 launcher, available from our website at www.redwolfairsoft.com.